Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and as you can see I am not in the workshop again. However, I have a workshop coming. At the end of September I shall be moving into this little beauty, which will provide me with everything I need. We'll be able to fit all the cars in, all the bikes in, I'll be able to set up my workshop, my bike lift will be able to be permanently installed, tyre changing facilities, everything I need. However, that is not the purpose of this video. This video is about, is the GasGas EC300 the best lightweight adventure bike, off-road adventure bike you can buy? Now, it's not. That's a spoiler for you, because there are others available. You've got the Husqvarna, you've got the KTM, there's Sherco, there's various other lightweight off-road enduro bikes. However, when I was riding in the mountains in Spain, in the Pyrenees, well, I was in Spain, in the Pyrenees about a month ago or so, I took 2 days out and I decided to take the bike down there and ride some of the Tet trails. It did strike me that because my preference is to travel rather than stop somewhere and go out from there to ride trails, I like to go on a journey. I thought, well, could the GasGas actually fulfill that role? Now, of course, you need to have a few caveats here. First of all, when I talk about a lightweight enduro adventure bike, what do I mean? Because there are people who believe that the Yamaha T7 is a lightweight adventure bike, and it's not. It weighs over 200 kilos. 200 kilos is not lightweight. Unfortunately, what's happened in over the years, well, since the GS 1100 probably came to be, we've ended up with these dinosaur adventure bikes that most of them never go anywhere near any gravel, which is fine. Don't get me wrong. I have sitting behind the GasGas a GS 1200, which is perfect for my wife and I to go touring on. The most gravel we see is going into a car park, and that suits us perfectly. It's a very comfortable touring bike. Now, the thing is that when you've got things like the T7 being advertised as lightweight, people think that they can go off-road in them, and people do. Don't get me wrong, you know, I know that people do go off-road and they have lots of jolly old fun. But when you're doing sections of the Tet, which I have done and which lots of other people have done too, you are going to struggle with anything heavier than a CRF 250. Because, first of all, if you fall on some of these sections, whether you're with other people or not, if you fall on some of these sections and you get a bit of you gets between a rock and the bike, you are going to significantly injure yourself. If I'm riding my GasGas, which weighs 106 kilos, something thereabouts, and a bit of me gets between the bike and a rock, the chances are I'm going to end up with a bruise. I'm not going to be incapacitated. So my definition of a lightweight adventure bike is CRF 250 and lower. Now, I think the CRF weighs 150 kilos or thereabouts, might be slightly less. The GasGas weighs about 106, perfect as far as I'm concerned. Now, when I was riding along, doing some of the Tet a month or so ago, it did strike me, could this bike be the perfect off-road adventure bike, not adventure bike? And it struck me that it could with a bit of thought. Now, people have done videos before on how to turn an enduro bike into an adventure bike, and largely I don't think you can. You know, you're trying to make a silk purse out of a sow's ear, and it generally doesn't work. What you're better off doing is accepting the limitations of an enduro bike and running with it. Now, The rear subframe on this is made of plasticine, so there's no point thinking about putting any luggage on it. So any luggage you're going to be carrying is going to be on your shoulders, well, on your back. And what I thought is, if I could travel light enough in order to carry things on my back, and when I say that, what I mean is not more than, say, 8 kilos, 7 or 8 kilos on my back, then maybe this could be an adventure bike, off-road, that I could take on a journey. Not a particularly long journey. So, here's some of the issues. This will need a gearbox oil change every 10 hours, according to the manual. Pardon me, but I accept that you could probably stretch that to 12 or 14. Generally, most days, you're not riding more than 6 hours. Actual riding, because of course you're stopping for, you'd start at 9 o'clock, you'd ride for a few hours, you'd stop for a fairly lengthy lunch, ride for a few more hours and stop for the night. If you could pack everything you needed, including a gearbox oil change, so the gearbox oil in this bike takes 0.8 of a litre of gearbox oil. No reason why you couldn't carry that. And there's no reason why you couldn't conveniently find somewhere whilst you were riding to drop the oil and refill it. It takes minutes. I've done it 3 times on this bike since I've had it, and it literally takes minutes. No filter to worry about. It's simply drop the oil, refill it, and get going. So if you were doing 6 hours a day, and you took 1 change of gearbox oil with you, you could potentially do 5 or 6 days trail riding on a journey, not on a pinging out and going back to a base. So what I did was I bought myself this. It's a Krieger 18 litre trail sort of rucksack, and critically, it has the quad lock system. Now I already have a Krieger rucksack with this quad lock system on that I used when I went to the Black Sea last year. Was it last year or the year before? Anyway, when I went to the Black Sea for a swim, I had one of these Krieger, not this Krieger rucksack, but one with a similar system, this quad lock, and you don't even know you're wearing it. Genuinely, you carry all the weight on your chest. You can put your fingers underneath the shoulder straps because there's no weight on your shoulders, so they're extremely comfortable. Now I reckon this weighs just over 1 kilo. I reckon if I put if the total weight was no more than 7 kilos, there is no reason why I couldn't do a 5 or 6 day trail. And by that, obviously, for anyone that's been watching the channel for any length of time, you'll know I don't do camping. Okay, there's a few things I don't do. I don't really do mud particularly well, although I am getting more used to it. But I definitely do not do camping. And also, if you're doing something this lightweight, you don't want to burden yourself down with camping gear, because it's not just about the tent or the cover or the hammock or whatever. You need something to cook on. You need to carry water. You need to carry some kind of dried food. As soon as you start thinking camping, you're expanding the stuff you need and the weight that you need to carry. So my view is, go light, stay in hotels, and just ride the trails. Now, the plan is in October. Well, first of all, the end of September is when the new workshop will be mine, and I'll be able to set up the new workshop, and it'll be great. In October, because I want to do some trail riding before the weather gets a bit iffy, my plan is to take the GasGas on the Land Cruiser with my wife down to Spain and do this loop. I don't know how long it's going to take me to do it, but I think it'll probably take about 5 days. My wife will go and visit friends in Barcelona. She'll drop me at a convenient point on the trail, and I'll go. She will go to Barcelona, spend a few days in Barcelona, and then when I've finished, she will come and pick me up, and we'll come back to France. And that, I think, I'm going to take one change of oil, more than one change of pants, you'll be pleased to know. I'm going to be wearing lightweight clothes that I can wash and dry overnight. And I think I can do this for less than 7 kilos on my back. We shall see. We shall see. So that's the plan. Is this the ultimate off-road adventure bike? I think it could be. It depends how you want to do things. You know, I mean, if camping's your thing, then do camping. Have a bigger bike, take more weight, and you'll probably have a great time. But if you want to do some serious off-roading, you need something lighter. You know, we've been sort of brainwashed, we've been gaslit into believing anything less than or around 200 kilos is light, and it's bloody not. 200 kilos is flipping heavy, especially when you're on your own and you need to pick it up off the trail. So, go light, go simple, stay in hotels, and you'll have a great time. So, that's it for now. I don't know when I'll be making another video, because obviously until I get my workshop sorted out, it's a bit tricky, because as you can see, I'm in a dirty old barn in the middle of France at the moment, and this is not ideal. This is not optimum conditions, and you know that I need optimum conditions to create. so that's it. Okay, ride safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.